Okie dokie, guys. Here we are again. Again, this is Bible Study with Shahan, and I appreciate y'all following along, liking the content, sending out the content so it can reach more people and they can hear the message and decide for themselves. But at least it gets spread, the message, okay? The message is always hope, it's always kindness, it's always love, all right? And there's always faith in there as well. And out of the three, hope, love, and faith, the greatest of those three is love, okay? It'll always be the greatest. But here we are. I'm going to start doing these. I found this one. It says sharing together. All right. So let's read it together. It's the first time I've been through it. So it'll be the first time that we all go through it. All right. Having had a spiritual awakening as a result of the steps that we took, we tried to carry this message to others and to participate in these principles in our own lives, in our own affairs. Since we have worked through the 12 steps, we are in a special position to carry the message to others. We can recognize the warning signs of addictive and compulsive tendencies in those around us, as well as ourselves. When touching on such deep and sensitive issues, it is important to speak in the language of love, not condemnation. The Bible tells us that if someone is overcome by some sin, you who are godly should gently and humbly help that person back onto the right path. And be careful not to fall into the same temptation yourself. Share each other's burdens, and in this way obey the law of Christ, as it shows in Galatians chapter 6, verse 1 through 2. The command was the one that Jesus taught his disciples. So now I am giving you a new commandment. Love each other just as I have loved you. You should love each other just as it says in John chapter 13, verse 34. This is my commandment. Love each other in the same way I have loved you. There is no greater love than to lay down one's life for one's friend. We are not the Savior, but we can love others as He has loved us. Love goes beyond mere words. Sometimes it is spoken in silence. When we don't condemn someone who comes to us looking for help, love doesn't just tell them what the problems are. It carries weight of the burdens that they carry as well. We can be a part of a support network to help carry our friends until they are able to take the steps forward in recovery on their own and with their own strength. Fire. That was fire. Sharing together, sharing the burden of the addictions, the past, compulsions, the bad habits, sharing all that with other people to make the burden lighter. All right, for yourself, for them. You never know who you're going to help by telling your story. All right. And then I also love that part in there. I started out with that faith, hope, and love. Like I said, I didn't read this before. And then it popped out love in that same paragraph. It popped it out and it demonstrated that if God can love us the way we were broken and sinners, we ought to show that same love to other people, okay? Especially when you experience it. It's a life-changing experience when you actually feel the love of God, that presence, that spiritual hug, them goosebumps, that is different. And I hope every one of you eventually start to feel it and know it and don't have to think about it or question it, that it's just second nature, it's muscle memory, it's there. You don't got to question or think. He's always there. God's always with you through the good times and the bad times. And he's just waiting on you to reach out. Each one of you to just reach out. He's a loving, loving Father, and he just wants his children to want him, to choose to want him. Because we have free will, we have free choice. Like I said, I'm guilty of not choosing God for a long time. I was upset and angry with him for a long time, for my own reasons. But don't stay too upset with him for too long, because I promise, he'll forgive you for anything you did, and he'll let you see why you had to go through some things, to know that you are stronger than what you realized. You are more capable than what you realized. But not on your own is the key. Not on your own. Your own plans will always fail if it only involves you. God's plans, it'll take you off the wrong track to get you back on the right one, okay? God's plan, it's gonna work. So just stick to it. All right? I love each one of y'all. I thank y'all. Like I said, if you went through my content, watched it to the end, give me some praying hands down there at the bottom, guys. Give me some praying hands. Show God, y'all are showing God that you're not ashamed of him, and you're showing me where my people are at. All right? Give me some praying hands at the bottom. And as always, I love y'all. I thank y'all. Have a good day.